Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sonic Unleashed Let's Play. So, my apologies once again, everybody. I'm sorry that we couldn't finish Holoska's nighttime stage in last part, but if I were to keep all the rest of the stage inside that part, we would have been in that part for at least about a good 20 to 30 minutes. And I know you're probably thinking, maybe I should have just kept one whole part of Holoska's nighttime stage. Well, even with that, that's still another 23 minutes that we're going to be in here. And not only that, the previous part beforehand would be a lot shorter, and, you know, it just made a lot of editing errors. So, you know, it just made it hard for me. So I just had to split it up. In fact, I think the rest of the nighttime stages are going to be split up because, you know, I just got done editing the rest of the Sonic Unleashed LP. I finally have all the parts already edited. I just need to do the commentary for them, and I'll be a-okay. Ethan, you dolt, hit that damn lever over there. Or pull it. Either way, just do something. But this is pretty much the new little thing that we're going to teach us. You know, if we take one of those, I think these robots are brand new. I'm not too sure. I don't know. He's doing a puree there. I give him a 8 on the form, but I give him a 1 for being in my way. So he's going to have to die. So what am I going to do with him? I'm curious. What am I going to do with him? I don't remember what I do with him. It's been a while since I've recorded this. So, what do I do with him? Do I throw him into the abyss? Yeah, throw him into the abyss. Like a douche. But yeah, I got all the Sonic Unleashed parts already done and edited with. And I know that it had to split up some of the nighttime stages. So, yeah. But it doesn't really matter. In the meantime, I also need to get the Sonic 06 LP stuff done with. Because, you know, I'm a bit behind on it. Not too much behind, but, you know, still a bit behind. I was hoping for me to pretty much at this point be done with editing Shadow's story, but no, I'm still on Silver's story. So, you know, we'll cross that road once we get to it, because by the time this video's up, I should be almost done with Sonic's story. I probably would have been done with Sonic's story by this week or a week ago or something like that, but just had to miss those 2 days. Just had to miss them, but school and whatnot, so yeah. Here's another little kinky puzzle they like to put in. This reminds me of something. I can't remember. You know, these types of puzzles when you hit the switch or the lever and the wall is open, but, you know, only stays open for so long until it goes back into the wall itself. You know, those types of puzzles. It's not really too... It's not that much of a pain in the ass, but, you know, you still want to be careful. Yeah, make sure you sprint jump there, because you're not going to make it by just regular jumping like I did the first time. Because it didn't work that... It doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. So, how about them ice shuffling? That's pretty wild. I literally have nothing to say, folks. I just don't. I pretty much explained this stage fully, because, like I said, there's not really much gimmicks to this area except for just the ice physics. Well, there is a lot of this. A lot of the, taking a lot of pole swinging and all that stuff. There is a lot of that. I will say that. There is a lot of, jumping from here to here and whatnot. So yeah, I will give the stage that it has, you know, a lot of platform-esque type of challenges, but that's all it's going for it. Also, hence with the damn ice physics, it just doesn't help whatsoever. Ay, ay, ay. I'm sorry, folks. I'm like fresh out of commentary right now. I literally have nothing else to say unless we come up to a certain part, which will hopefully give me something to talk about. But other than that, this part is just, eh. We're still continuing through Holoska's nighttime stage, so nothing really new. I do like the music. I will say this, I do like Holoska's nighttime music. I really do. It's very calm. It's a bit eerie at the same time, but it's very soothing too. It's like the type of music that you hear like in the bathtub or something like that. Or maybe in jacuzzi. Either way, it's something when you're soaking in warm water. That's the whole premise. But I guess if I remember, I don't know if I talked about the little new thing that the stage showed us. You know, those little fan guys, you know, who I think they got first introduced into the stage. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I don't give a fuck, so shows what I know and shows what I care about. But if you pick up those little fan guys and press the Y button, you're able to use them. You know, those guys shoot fire, so you can shoot fire. The blue guy I threw into the abyss earlier. He has wind, so, you know, you can cool things quickly. Because if I remember, you need one of these guys in order to melt down this block of ice right here. So that way you're able to knock it down with ease. I keep adding more flames because I think that it's not thin enough. But nah, you'll be fine. See, look, they had the density to put a record underneath the igloo. Why? I do not understand. Ah, man. When do you think, You know what? Scratch that. I was gonna ask you guys something, but yeah, you know what? It's not relatable, and you know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say for... Oh, no, wait. This is the part. Okay, so I was right. So this is... Folks... I don't remember what part it was, but I think it was in part 2 that, I said that a lot of people were complaining when this game came out with the Werehog stages about the B button not really working for them. You know, the little lock-on allowing them to grab onto ledges and swing on the poles and everything like that. Everybody uses this part right here of Holoska's nighttime stage as a perfect example for it. And to tell you the truth, I really had no problem with that during my first time whatsoever. I never really found it too finicky or whatnot. I don't know. A lot of people just had more troubles with the Werehog. Because, folks, I never really had too much problems with the Werehog in general. It's just his level design. I don't consider it to be terrible. I just find the whole gameplay of Sonic the Werehog just utter boring. Because you're doing the same thing constantly over and over and over again. It's just... It doesn't bring anything new to the table. I mean, at least with Sonic's daytime stages, you know, he's the fastest thing alive, because speed is a very important premise when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog. So, you know, I love speeding past all those daytime stages, and I could do them over and over again. Yeah, pretty much they do not require too much input, but, you know, it's just... I still enjoy them more than the nighttime stages. Because every time... So, usually when I tell people I'm playing Sonic Unleashed, they always think that I'm also going back to play the Werehog stages. And no, I'm not going back to play the Werehog stages. Because, folks, like I said, this LP was probably the longest time since I've played the Werehog stages. Because when I beat this game my very first time, I never really went back to play the Werehog stages. I always went back to play the daytime stages because those stages were actually fun. Compared to the nighttime stages, they were just bland, they're boring, you're doing the same thing over and over again, and with a combat system that's mediocre, it doesn't really add too much... It doesn't add too much meat into the game. It really doesn't. Even though I know I haven't even tried the DLC stages with the Werehog yet. Because, sorry, I guess I kind of had my brain fart there for a second, but anywho, I haven't tried any of the DLC stuff yet. I tried it all for the daytime stage, because, you know, daytime stage is a lot more fun than the nighttime stage. I never tried any of the nighttime stage DLC because, frankly, there's nothing that's convincing me or, you know, wants me to do the damn nighttime stage. There really isn't. And it took me actually a very long time for me to actually get the DLC for this game. Because I think the DLC for this game came out... When did it come out? Did it come out like late 2009, early 2010? Somewhere around there. It was probably the last DLC for our main platform Sonic game to come out, because, you know, there's DLC for Sonic and All-Star Racing, and there's Sonic and All-Star Racing Transform DLC. Well, not yet. Hopefully there's DLC, so they don't leave us hanging, but this was the last Sonic game, and I think maybe no, not the first Sonic game, just scratch that. The last Sonic game that was a platformer that, you know, actually got DLC. I was hoping that Sonic Generations got DLC as well too, but it never got DLC whatsoever. I really wish it did, because, you know, DLC can add a lot, and people can want to pay a couple bucks just to have, you know, a new level or something like that. Hell, I would pay about like $8 or so for another classic Sonic stage remodeled for the modern era for 3D. You know, that would actually be pretty cool. And, you know, makes me mad for my PC being a hunk of crap, because, you know, the modding community for Sonic Generations for the PC, you know, they make all these stages and all these mods and everything like that, and it pisses me off that I don't have a computer that's good. The computer I have is just utter crap, and that's why sometimes my uploading schedules can be kind of wonky sometimes, because this thing, I'm trying to make 720, it could barely hold 720 videos up, and the editing software I use requires more RAM than, you know, easy stuff like Pinnacle Studios or, you know, Windows Movie Maker and all that. It requires more RAM, and this thing only has like 2 gigabytes of RAM. We only got this computer because we just needed one so quickly, because our last one, which was actually better, you know, it died on us. The motherboard finally just kaput. That's pretty much the whole life source. You could say the heart of the computer, you know. And just, we had to get something very convenient, something quick and everything, because we needed that, especially when I needed it during high school, because that computer died out on me during my junior year of high school. Either my junior year or my senior year, I'm not too sure. No, it's my senior year. Okay, so yeah, I was right. Oh, actually, no, I was wrong. Get it together, Ethan. You're losing yourself. You're losing your mind. So it just, rendering these videos can take a very long time to do, folks. And, you know, I really wish I can get these parts up quicker. But at the same time, you know, depending on YouTube's site and just how my internet's working, you know, the uploading can be... It could take either too long, or, you know, either it takes too long, or, you know, I just can't get it up in time, because I always have something to block me, because, you know, being in charge of a lot of channels, I always bring this up all the time, but, you know, it's painfully obvious. You know, being in charge of 4 channels is very stressful, because I'm in charge of this channel, which a channel I do focus more on than actually my main channel itself, which is my review channel. And you know what? I feel bad that I don't give my main channel any love whatsoever, because that channel is pretty much for my reviews and whatnot. And I finished my like Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood review like back in January of this year, and I was going to do the new Super Mario Brothers series, and I just don't have the time, because I have to also be in charge of the commentary group I'm part of too. And just, folks, it can be very stressful. It really can. Oh yeah, I guess I lied about any more gimmicks. There is this gimmick about the sliding, as you could see. Probably should have discussed that earlier. But I was just yapping on about my life, so yeah, don't You could choose to acknowledge it or ignore it, your choice. But this should be the final part of Holoska. We just need to take care of these mooks, as usual, and then we'll be done. Ugh. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, when I do render my videos with my editing software and whatnot, it says that I'm doing it in 720, but sometimes it doesn't look like it's in 720. I don't know if it's my computer screen, or maybe I just don't have a good video capture card, or not video capture card, but a video card itself. It's just, folks, I really hope I do get a better computer in the future, so it allows me to, you know, render things more quickly, and I'm able to just make my parts just so easy, because usually when I'm making a video and rendering it, it takes about a good 2 to 3 to actually almost 4 to 5 hours, depending on how long the video is. Like, I don't remember which part it was, but I think it was maybe part 8 of my Unleashed LP, that it took about 5 hours just for me to render that whole part. Because, you know, how long did we spend in that video? Like a good 20-something minutes? It takes forever, and since I want it at the best rendering quality, you know, I want it to look like 720 for you guys, because, you know, if I'm going out of my way to do an LP of a HD game, you know, I want it to look the best. I won't go for 1080p because, you know, my computer can definitely not handle that, and I really can't record stuff in 1080p, and frankly, I don't really want to, because I think 720 is good enough, but just, it takes a long time, so rendering the parts and getting them up takes about hours upon hours and upon hours. And if I had a better computer, I could probably get them out quicker, but that's just not the case for me. And like I said, being in charge of the commentary group and whatnot, it just, I have to render those videos too, and those can take about an hour or so, and it's just it's very time consuming, and sometimes I don't have the time to, and then I don't have time to actually do any reviews whatsoever. I really do want to get on my new Super Mario Brothers reviews. I really do, but I'm always busy all the time. I have nothing. Well, I have no time whatsoever. I always have something on my plate. I always have it. It's either with just, you know, with life, or just, you know, with the other channels. But I really do want to give my main channel some love too, because, you know, it's my main channel, for Christ's sake. And with that, I got myself an S rank. See, we're in that stage for 24 minutes. Just fuck, God, why do these stages have to be so damn long? Completely pointless. Then again, I got myself a lot of XP, so I can raise my attributes pretty high. Get my combat and my strength up, and give a little love to Sonic here. You know, get his ring energy up and everything like that. And, folks, we will be continuing on by going to the next nighttime boss stage in the next part. I'm sorry I've been rambling on like an idiot, but, folks, I really had no commentary to say for this part. So, you know, don't worry, folks. I will have more juicy material when we continue on to part 13. So, until then, I'll see you guys later.